just going to give this a few seconds to kind of kick in. We tried streaming from the PC, and then we found out that the PC that we had is just not for it. My brother, he does a lot of this stuff, and he has a really, really good PC where he develops games and stuff like that from it. So if I ever really, really needed his help, I can always go to him, and I do plan on getting a computer for my channel now that my channel is monetized. So this is about Chicago Bears, but it's going to be about my channel and stuff too. But the preseason's passed. I've been putting up podcasts, so if you do audio podcast and you want to check up on those, go ahead. They're just my thoughts on some of the games and some of the players. And now we have reached the point of the 53-man roster. And there's, every time there's a roster cut and you see a guy play really well in the preseason, it's always difficult to lose that guy. I was at the Titans game, and I do have video footage of that, and I do plan on maybe, since the days have gone by, you can't really just vlog it. Maybe I'll have a big vlog whenever I get to that point. I have another camera coming in next week that's a really good camera. So maybe I'll put it all together and just have one big vlog to catch everybody up. But I was at the Titans game, had a great time. It was my first NFL game. And the name that just keeps coming to me is, there's two. There was Chandler Jones and Tanner Gentry. Tanner Gentry, 45-yard bomb. He was the gunner on the special teams. And I just felt that he did a great job. And I know that we waived him, and I know that we have aspirations to get him back on the practice squad. And I really, truly hope that we do that. Because, guys, we did everything for Jay Cutler. We brought him his friends. We built the team around him. We gave him all the tools that he needed to succeed. And I just I plan on having a big rant on Jay Cutler's time in Chicago too, and I really, really, really look forward to that one. But so when it comes to people that have a chemistry with Mitchell Trubisky, in my opinion, that's where we're at, and that's what our focus should be. So whenever I see a guy like Tanner Gentry, and when you see him on the field, you saw Trubisky look at him and Cruz. The issue with Cruz is he never had separation, dropped a lot of very important passes, and I do know that even if I was a quarterback, Victor Cruz has the name. He is the veteran that you're hoping elevates you. But he just didn't have it. So the other guy that I see him throw to a lot was Tanner Gentry. So I'm hoping he clears waivers. It's hard to really speculate on that. I know today we cut Jeremy Langford. I saw that coming. The guy on regular season was averaging 2 or 3 yards a carry. At this point, guys, unless it's a guy like a Marshawn Lynch, put it this way. You barely have Darren Sproles type of running backs that are in their late 20s, early 30s, that are doing a good job running the ball with their speed, agility. Usually your power backs are the ones that you can get a few more years on, but their body takes a lot of hits. Jerome Bettis comes to mind. Now Marshawn Lynch is back in a team. So a guy like Jeremy Langford, if Peyton Manning was still around, even the Patriots, I could see this guy going there and being something. But in a team like Chicago, with Jordan Howard, with Tariq Cohen, which Cohen will probably be my first new Bear jersey buy, and probably a Trubisky. But Cohen is special, and I'm looking forward to that 1-2 punch between Howard and Cohen. God, I went on such a tangent, I don't even know where I'm going with it. But, Tanner Gentry, I hope we can get him. I know that we cut a few guys, and Tamu being another guy that I was kind of shocked that we cut, but we were pretty deep in that linebacker position, and we're keeping Lamar Houston. Maybe Lamar Houston and Pernell McPhee can both be part-timers and stay healthy all year. I've noticed if them guys play 3 quarters, they just don't last. It's a very difficult It's very difficult to see those guys. And say what you want about Lamar Houston, but look up his stats. Look up what he's done. He is really good. Just can't stay healthy. Pernell McPhee, really good. Can't stay healthy. So for me in that position, I want these young guys. These young guys that can come in and just rotate them. I mean, if you got all the people, just rotate them and keep them fresh, keep them going. So now all the teams are releasing players. I hear rumors of us wanting to trade for a receiver out of Jacksonville, or there's some speed guys, but there's nobody that's really screaming as a number one. I remember when Jeremy Maclin was released, I was thinking maybe we can go after him. We definitely need a number one receiver. For us to keep Bellamy and let go of Gentry, I was really shocked because Bellamy drops everything. How many balls did he drop last year that were in the end zone, which is a big deal? Say what you want, dropping a ball on a 10-yard slant or whatever, but when you're dropping balls in the end zone, that just means something ain't right. I'm also not big about Adam Shaheen. What have we saw? All you hear about him is, oh, this guy is the next Gronkowski. But how many times do people say that? How many times do people say the next Gronk? Showing very bad connection. So I don't really know if you guys are going to be able to hear me or not from this stream. And that's very frustrating because we have really good internet. So I don't know if I'll stop the stream right now or just kind of continue. It's not really giving me... there's really nothing I can do. So, I hear my dog. But I can't really check to see if... okay, here we go. The stream's back. Alright, so... God, there's so much I want to... I read comments all the time. And I'm going to start doing this in my podcasting when it comes to Chicago Bears. My channel is not just going to be about Chicago Bears. All this gets thrown in a playlist. So you can catch all my Chicago Bears rants. But let me tell you about some of the dumb comments I read. And the one that sits on my mind today is this guy. It's okay to like John Fox. I'm not real big on John Fox. Never have been. I didn't like him in Carolina. I mean, they had a really good team. Jake Delhomme was whatever it was. You say what you will, but that defense was great. Steve Smith, the running backs, tight ends, they were stacked. Wow, I don't really know what just happened there. But it's about this YouTube comment. This guy goes on this rant saying John Fox is great, that Peyton Manning is not a legend.